What is good, cloudy people? Welcome back to the channel. You're here with your boy,
the Rap Oracle
Baba Lamb, where we go over rapper marketing, rap vlogs, and rap analysis videos. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Today, I'll be teaching you how to grow a niche page. And if you don't know what a niche is, it's basically a page that you post on a specific category on social media for free. So gain followers for free on this niche page. This specific strategy is the exact one that I use on every single one of my accounts when I start out, at least, to gain momentum and gain some social proof before I actually invest some money into it through YouTube and Facebook ads that I've talked about in earlier videos. Not only does it make it easier because you have more followers when you use these strategies to convert people into followers, since you already have a couple hundred or 1,000 followers, but also it allows you to learn a little bit more about what types of posts work and what types of things make people more likely to follow you before you start investing money into it. Some of you are probably wondering why you would want to start a niche page. So there are a couple of things that you should consider. So one, which is what I do, is I use the niche page to promote my own personal brand. And you can do this directly or indirectly. Say you have a rap page that promotes big rappers on the mainstream, and then you post a couple times every week or so of you acting anonymously, so people will check you out because they'll be directed to your page through the mainstream artist, but then you'll post about yourself, and so you'll get seen more. And secondly, you can completely build a business surrounding this brand on the niche page. Like, you can sell products, start a YouTube channel around this specific category or niche, and make money that way.
Yeah, that way.
World Star has done it. Meme pages do it. There's plenty of ways on the internet that you can make money just using Instagram and social media. So without further ado, let's get into the 3-step process to grow a niche page fairly fast for free. Okay, so step number 1, foundation. I talk about this every single video almost, because no one's gonna follow you if you have a trash page, if you're a trash rapper, if you just have trash content in general. So number 1, you have to find a good username. Keep it simple, don't put any periods, don't put any underscores. Try and be as simple as possible so that it can be said in at least 1 to 3 syllables. In fact, the most powerful brands are actually only one word. Think Kanye, Trump, Rihanna. Next, you have to figure out your brand aesthetic or your consistent format that you're gonna be posting with. So for me on Cloudy Skies, for instance, I use a border with a headline text over top, and then underneath is smaller subtitle text. And I do this for every single post. I pick a color on every post, but every single time someone sees it in the feed, they know who it's from and they remember it. Next, and I actually mentioned this last video, you want to put something interesting in your bio, or at least describing what type of posts and how frequently you'll be posting on this account. So if you're posting daily or multiple times a day, you want to let people know so that they can follow, just like a subscription. They know what to expect when they follow you. You also might want to mention what type of content. So hip hop news is what I do on Cloudy Skies. If you're a meme page or you're dank memes, mention dank memes. And what I like to do is actually separate each bullet point with an emoji, just to give it a little more flavor to it. And lastly, and most importantly, you want to find sources for your material on what you need to post. So basically, you want to follow like 5 to 10 large pages that are exactly your niche or very similar, and then you want to source all of your material from there. Or if you're creating all of your content, you still want inspiration from these types of pages. And as you post, you want to figure out what goes the most viral, what gets the highest engagement, and then cater to that highest engagement post. But we'll get into that later. Second step, and this is the most controversial part of the process, and all of you are going to hate me for saying this because people are going to be like,
oh, this doesn't work.
I've tried it, blah, blah, blah. But this specific step that I use works very well, but you just have to do it right. Let's get into it. In addition to using these 5 to 10 niche accounts just to source content, you will also follow these pages so that on every single post that they do, within the first 30 minutes of this post, you want to go to the people who liked that post and follow all of these people. You don't want to go over like 100 a day, so only follow up to 100 people per day, at least at the start, because if you go over top of that, Instagram will think it's bot activity and will actually block you or shadow ban you because you're not doing ethical behavior, essentially. So with these accounts, just to reiterate, you're going to 1, model your content after them, and secondly, you're going to want to follow their most recent likers of their post within the first 30 minutes. And so about after 15 days, you'll be at 1,500 following with that account. Wait a couple days so that people can start following you back, and then you unfollow all of them periodically. Again, only do about 100 a day unfollows. And with this process, you'll at least gain a couple hundred followers just to start, and they are the most engaged followers followers of those accounts because, again, they liked their photos within the first 30 minutes. And how the Instagram algorithm works is that when you post, the first 10% sample group or whatever percent sample group that Instagram sends the post out to at the beginning, it is the most engaged followers where they're testing to see if your most engaged followers liked that post. And if they did, then they'll periodically spread it to your other followers. And then if it really bangs, then it'll push it out to the explore page. But if the engaged followers don't like it, then Instagram will kill the post and not send it out to the rest of your followers. And so that is why you're following the likers of the post within the first 30 minutes. That is the essential part. Now, where most people go wrong is they just go to the followers of a page and just start following random people on that following list, but those people might not even see any of the posts on that page or even be active on Instagram or anything like that. So they really aren't that quality of followers. Second step, you need to be posting at least once per day. I know that some people don't have the time every day or whatever, but you need to try your hardest to post at least once per day because of the fact that when someone likes your photo, it tells the Instagram algorithm to give them more of your specific posts. The more frequently you post and the more that these new followers like your post, the more your post will go in their feed. It's just a huge cycle. This works hand in hand with the algorithm in that if you've ever noticed when you follow someone, their posts, even if they posted a couple days ago, will be at the top of your feed because they're testing out to see how much you like this new person that you're following's content. And so if you post every single day and you're getting all these new followers that might not be engaged because you're doing the follow unfollow method, it gives them more of a chance to like your picture because it's fresh. If it's kind of an old post, for example, the page that I'm working on, I post hip hop news. If I posted something about Lil Uzi, but it happened like a week ago and someone saw it on their feed, but they already saw it on another account, they have a lower chance of actually liking that post. But if I post something super recent, like NBA YoungBoy today got arrested for some gun charge, then they would be way more interested in that since they didn't already know it. Same thing with fresh memes. Third step, you want to continue the process up to 1,500 following and then all the way back down to 0 or 100 or so, and then keep doing it again until you reach about 3,000 to 5,000 followers. Wherein around this time, you will probably start hitting the explore page consistently every single post, or at least get enough engagement to the point where you're ranking on hashtags. And I should have mentioned this before, but you want to use hashtags on every single post while you're growing. But it would take a little longer to explain a hashtag strategy, so I actually might make a new video specifically on a hashtag strategy to help you guys grow. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. And once you get to 3,000 to 5,000 followers, you actually want to stop doing the follow unfollow method because now that you're hitting explore and ranking in hashtags, you'll start to get organic followers who follow you solely from seeing your profile on the explore page or in a hashtag. So they will be the highest quality, even more high quality than the people that you were follow unfollowing because it was a completely unsolicited follower. The only reason the other person followed you is because you followed them. And this new organic follower from hashtags or explore is following you completely because of your content. Once you start growing, you actually want to have these organic followers completely trump the followers that you got from follow unfollow because the organic followers will actually be way more engaged. You're probably thinking like, how long does this take? It only takes about 1 to 2 months to do this process of getting to 1,500 following and back down and doing that until you reach 3,000 to 5,000 followers. Something I forgot to mention was that you should be using a business account on Instagram so that you can see your analytics, so you can see if you're ranking on hashtags and hitting the explore page. And then once you start hitting the explore page, then you know exactly when to stop. This could happen actually before you even hit 3,000 followers or after you reach 5,000 followers. There's no specific number. You just want to be hitting explore and hashtags heavy. Now, what I would do as the next step is what I talked about last video with the Facebook, Instagram story ads, where you have a decent organic following now with 3,000 to 5,000+ followers and getting a few hundred likes every single post. This is when I would start implementing the story ads so you can gain even more followers around the world for very cheap. And you already have the social proof to increase the conversion into followers. And then you're also gaining organic following from ranking on hashtags and reaching explore page. And then also the story ads helps boost your engagement on the latest post to more organic facets like explore and hashtags due to the increased engagement. So they work hand in hand with the paid media media, and the organic strategy. So if you want to learn how to do that, go watch my last video on my channel.
Make sure to subscribe as well.
And then once you start gaining a decently sized organic following, then that's when you can start promoting your personal brand directly or indirectly, or even just modeling your business around this niche page. You don't want to start doing it too early, because while you're building your brand, you only want to cater to the specific content that your followers want. And if you start posting about random artists, that'll decrease the engagement on your page, and you don't want to do that. So with that, we've concluded how to gain followers on a niche page super fast for free. If you want to learn more social media tricks to boost your rap career, make sure to follow, make sure to subscribe. Peace out, clouded people. Know what I'm saying?